Welcome back, true believers, heroes, and adventurers. I am the Ancient Gamer, and in this video, I'm going to look back at the enhanced vanilla load order for Xbox consoles. I did a video on this a few months back, and it was one of my most successful. But I've received a lot of questions in the comments, so I thought it might be a good idea to do a follow-up. This time I'll go through each mod in greater detail and give you an idea of what exactly they do and why it is they work so well together. Hey, if you enjoy my channel, help me out by subscribing. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and as a bonus, it feels good. If the video helps you out, make it happy. Give it a like. Leave a comment. Apparently the YouTube algorithm really likes that combination of likes and comments. So, what is Enhanced Vanilla? Enhanced Vanilla is a load order that doesn't change the vanilla look of Skyrim at all. Doesn't add new textures, but improves performance and the overall quality of the existing graphics. It improves and sharpens the visuals without adding or changing anything. Maybe you prefer the vanilla look of Skyrim, or maybe you're playing on an Xbox One or One S and want better graphics without sacrificing performance. The new consoles are hard as hell to find. The majority of Xbox players are still on one Xbox One or another. The beauty of Enhanced Vanilla is that it works great on all Xbox One and Series consoles. As a matter of fact, you will actually get slightly better performance on Xbox One and One S with this load order, and crisper visuals. So what are the mods and how do they work? Enhanced Vanilla is only 8 mods on Series consoles, 7 on Xbox One consoles. But at the heart of this load order are only 4 core graphics mods. Those are Optimized Vanilla Textures, Enhanced Vanilla Textures, High Poly Project, and Enhanced Vanilla Trees. That's really it. Those are the mods that impact graphics and performance. Taking it from the top of the load order, I'll go through each mod in the exact order you should install them. First up is the patch. Now, if you're playing Skyrim, you should always be running USSEP. It fixes thousands of bugs and glitches. Even if you don't use mods at all, just play the game as is. Run the damn patch. USSEP has to be on top. Put it on top. Next up is Uncapped FPS. This is just a simple .ini or settings file tweak that removes the 30 FPS frame rate lock and allows for 60. Only use this for Series consoles. Xbox One consoles, including the One X, can't run Skyrim at 60 FPS. You'll just get a less smooth game and a lot of screen tearing. Trust me, I've tried. You can just not use this mod and enable FPS boost instead, but I recommend disabling FPS boost and using uncapped FPS. Why? Well, it's just a hunch really, but I don't know. You know, they do the same thing, but they work a little differently, and I don't really know how well mods work with FPS boost. They may work fine with it, but they may not work fine, and I just don't know for sure. So I just disable it and run the mod. The mod works great. Of course, I am running alternate start. If you're a Skyrim veteran, alternate start is just kind of a requirement. At this point, I couldn't even imagine playing Skyrim without it. Moving on, we have Enhanced Texture Detail. This mod is brilliant. Basically what it does is it alters the UV maps for over 1,000 meshes or objects in the game to allow them to use more samples of the same texture per surface, effectively multiplying the resolution at 0 performance cost. This is why, even in 4K, Skyrim often doesn't have that high-res look. A lot of the textures are stretched or not called often enough per surface. For some meshes or objects, the textures are called as much as 4 times more often with Enhanced Texture Detail. Just below Enhanced Texture Detail, you want to run Optimized Vanilla Textures. Now, this is a kick-ass mod. I love this mod. Basically, the textures in Skyrim Special Edition were pretty poorly optimized, which means they weren't really compressed properly, or they might be missing maps or other things. This mod corrects that, compresses them properly, and makes the textures, the vanilla textures in the game, much less VRAM heavy, which gives you a nice big performance boost, which is especially great on Xbox One consoles because you're loading smaller file size textures and using less VRAM. So you might even notice when you go inside and outside of buildings, or if you fast travel or load a save into an outside area, that your game might even load quicker, but it's definitely going to be able to, to load the world easier and use less VRAM. Great mod. The next mod is High Poly Project, and this mod affects mostly a lot of clutter items like wine bottles and food items, sweet rolls, things like that. But it increases the detail of these objects greatly, not by altering the textures, but by adding polygons to the wireframed models or the meshes that the textures are wrapped around. It's a really neat mod, and it works extremely well with enhanced texture detail. Up next is the enhanced vanilla trees, and you'll notice there are several variations of enhanced vanilla trees, but the one you want if you're looking to preserve the vanilla look of the game is enhanced vanilla trees basic. And essentially, think of this as enhanced texture detail, except specifically aimed at trees. And now, this illustration here, this picture, is a great illustration of exactly how this works, both with enhanced vanilla trees, and it's the same thing with enhanced texture detail. You can see here how many more times, the textures are called per surface area, which just greatly increases the perceived resolution of the game without actually increasing the pixel count at all and causing any kind of a performance hit for your Xbox. Okay, so this next mod, Superior Lore Friendly Hair, is a mod I consider optional. I like it, I run it, and it addresses, to me, one of the big areas of Skyrim where it's kind of lacking, and that is, let's face it, the vanilla hair in Skyrim is really fucking fugly, and it's kind of an eyesore. And this mod, I like it for this load order because it doesn't add or subtract any hairstyles to or from the game. It doesn't make anybody look like, there's a salon in Windhelm with a blow dryer or anything like that. It just improves the vanilla hair and makes it less of an eyesore. When you have all 8 mods installed and enabled, your load order should look like this. Why do these mods work so well together? Because they aren't just compatible, each one complements the other. Very symbiotic. The beauty of this enhanced vanilla load order is that all of these mods work way better together as a whole than any one of them do on their own. Think about it. With 4 core graphics mods, you are adding polygons for more complex shapes. Then you allow the game to use more texture samples per surface. Then you optimize the textures to use less VRAM and run smoother. Each mod makes the next mod work better. They play off of each other. The end result is a sharper, more detailed, higher resolution Skyrim without actually increasing the resolution at all, and at zero cost of performance. We've gone through the mods, and now we have the load order established, so let's take a look at some comparisons. Okay, first off, we'll take a look at vanilla, kind of up by Helgen, and you can see that it looks really nice, it really does, but it just doesn't pop compared to enhanced vanilla, which is much higher res and much more detailed, and definitely it's a sharper image that looks more high resolution. It really has more of a 4K look to it. And here we have the cooking pot, and you can see the High Poly Project at work here now when we switch over to enhanced vanilla. And then the next shot here is in Riverwood, and again, vanilla doesn't look bad, but when you flip it out with enhanced vanilla and you look at the logs and the fence and the ground textures, the trees, it's no comparison. It's much, much, much better. And here we are entering Riverwood. We're out here on the trail, heading on in, and it's vanilla, and it looks really nice for a game that came out in 2011. But boy, does that ever pop. Holy cow. Yeah, definitely much more of a high-res 4K looking image. You can almost see it almost looks like the resolution's been cranked up, even though it really hasn't been. And that's pretty much it. That is the ultimate enhanced vanilla load order. These mods work super well together, and while they may not totally transform your game or make dramatic changes, they help make vanilla Skyrim the best looking and smooth running as it can possibly be. As a bonus, I'd like to throw out 2 more mods. If you did want to add a little more to this load order, kick it up just a notch. The first would be Divine SMIM. Divine SMIM is a cut-down version of Broombeck's classic static mesh improvement mod. I like Divine because it isn't as VRAM heavy as the full SMIM. SMIM can cause your game to chug on Xbox One consoles, and I found on the One X I got a lot of crashing with it until I switched to Tarshana's Divine version. The other mod is Obsidian Weathers and Seasons. Obsidian Weathers and Seasons isn't just a weather enhancement mod, it's also a bit of a lighting mod. It goes real nice with vanilla Skyrim and just makes everything look a little better. If you add these mods then, maybe call it Enhanced Vanilla ++. This is Enhanced Vanilla with the standard weather, and it's gray skied, kind of rainy outside of Whiterun there, raining pretty hard, but nothing like Obsidian Weathers here. And with Obsidian Weathers loaded up, the rain is just so much heavier and more formidable. I mean, it's coming down like in sheets. It's almost like a torrential downpour. You got your nice lightning effects there. The mountains are just shrouded in fog and clouds. It's really a pretty neat weather enhancement there. It really looks like it's just soaking the ground too. And then here is, middle of the day, bright, sunny skies outside of Whiterun with Enhanced Vanilla. And wait till you see this. Wow. Okay, now that's an example of what I was telling you about how Obsidian Weathers is not just a weather mod, it's also a lighting mod. And that's fucking impressive, man. I have to tell you. I did not think it was going to look this good. It's definitely still vanilla. It's not had anything changed, like textures or anything like that. But holy shit, it's not an ENB, but it's kind of like similar in terms of how it tweaks the lighting, and you can just see that it's definitely highlighting and bringing out all the details in the textures. It's the same textures, but it's just the lighting is just really improved over the vanilla game. Makes the whole picture seem much sharper, and higher res. Now, this is a high res 4K vanilla Skyrim, and that is the whole point of Enhanced Vanilla. So if you're looking for an enhanced vanilla Skyrim experience, you can easily just run the original 8 mods. But if you'd like that enhanced vanilla original sort of Skyrim experience just kicked up a little extra notch, I strongly recommend considering Obsidian Weathers and Divine SMIM to add on to that and make it 10. I am the Ancient Gamer. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, please make it happy. Give it a like. It really helps. Looking for more of a long-term commitment? Subscribe to the Ancient Gamer channel and ring the bell. It feels good. Remember, it's all about the games we play and love to play. It's all about the games.